Hey guys, how are we all doing? As promised, I'm gonna do a video on all the upgrades that I have on my SURRON. Yeah, the bike is looking good. I'm after just recently changing from a 72 volt to a 60 volt 65 amp battery. I'll explain the reason why, but yeah, as you've seen in some of the cinematic shots, that's a quick walk around of how the bike looks. So I think we should probably start off from back to front. So first of all, I have the 16-inch rear wheel. I actually only got this put on last week. It's an SM Pro. The tyres are Michelin tyres. I tested these off-road and they're absolutely amazing. Upgraded sprocket, with an upgraded chain as well. Upgraded pegs. As you know, everybody, pegs are kind of a must for kind of upgrading, you know. Then we move on to the other side. We have the Hope brakes. I don't know what Hope brakes they are, but they're absolutely amazing. They're €530, 250 millimeter rotors to stop overheating. Now we have a CNC stand. This stand is, before I bent it, it was quite good. I was wheeling and I bent the whole stand. It had actually hit off a curb. I have a belt to chain drive, which I only recently got put in last week as well. You know, because I'm running kind of higher power, I don't want my belt to snap. I have this Warp 9 triangle in here. This triangle just enables me to fit that 16-inch wheel in. Without this, it's not possible. Let me see what else. I have this little flappy kind of thing. That's just so when the muck flies in, it's not hitting all in here. Now, let's move on to, so I have the egg rider display. Standard egg rider display with the BAC 8000. Let me see, what else do I have here? I have an upgraded light, upgraded grips, upgraded handlebars. I'm not sure what handlebars they are, but I do know for sure after using the Talaria, these handlebars for me are a bit higher, so they work a bit better. Now let's get on to the battery. So I have a 60 amp 60 volt 65 amp battery. There's no fuse left in here. The fuse is taken out, so it's just this connector right here. I've tested this battery over the past week and it's absolutely amazing. It's such a clean, well-made battery from the guy who I got it off. Guys, that's what I'm going to say. Who I get my upgrades off is a guy called dublinelectricbikeshop. He's absolutely amazing. He does everything on my bikes. If you search him up on Google, what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description. He can get you anything for a SURRON. He has Talarias, SURRONs, any type. He can get you Ultra Bs, anything you want. If you just tell him that I sent you on. But I've pretty much stocked it. Also an upgraded seat. Big difference with the seat. A lot more comfort. But if you guys need anything, just get on to him, Dublin Electric Bike Shop, and he'll guide you. He's very, very good. That's pretty much it for all my upgrades, I'm pretty sure. Now, I did have a 72 volt battery. I was saying in my previous video, my Talaria video, I've switched to the 60 volt 65 amp because, in my opinion, I've never used, there's 9 modes on a 72 volt battery, and mode 9 is absolutely insane. It's just not, like, you know, I don't use it, you know, so it was pointless for me. Now the main reason why I did switch was because all the cables were kind of hanging out here. The battery isn't as good of quality as this one, so luckily the supplier, which is Dublin Electric Bike Shop, I prefer a bit more range over, you know, power, because I know that these are extremely powerful bikes. Especially the 60 volt 65 amp still has 9 modes. It's not as powerful as the 9th mode on the 72 volt, but it's still extremely powerful. This can hit up to, I'd say, I'm going to do a top speed test, but I'd say I could probably hit 110 kilometers an hour easily on this bike. You know, so it's extremely powerful. As I said, the only reason I've upgraded was because I would like a bit more range over the power. But the only two things that I've left to change on this bike is my forks, which I'm not sure, they need to be serviced, but my forks and my motor, they're the only two things that I need to upgrade. Everything else is upgraded on the bike. The 72 volt battery is just a bit too powerful. It's not needed in my opinion. So I started off with a stock SURRON and I upgraded this whole SURRON. Was it worth it? In my opinion, the way I have it now is absolutely perfect because I had the money to do it. But if you don't have the money to do it, do not do it, because you know you're going to run into problems. I've ran into a lot of problems since I've upgraded this bike. Because not a lot of problems, but a couple of small problems. You run into issues when you start upgrading because things, you know, for example, as I was saying, my egg rider display, I had to replace that. You know, it's just so costly as well. You know, to upgrade all these, like I probably spent, so I spent 5,500 buying the bike stock, completely brand new. It's 2023. That was 9 months ago, and I've probably put around 8,000 euro into it. Probably around 8,000, in around that, about 6,000 to 8,000 euro. You know, it is a lot of money, you know, but if you don't have the money, keep it stock. Stock is fun, you know. Hi guys, how are we doing? YouTube. YouTube. Yeah. This is your bike? This is mine, yeah. Do you want a shot?
Do you have a driving license after that?
I don't know. It's an electric bike. We just float around, as I said. We made a.
No harm and stuff.
Yeah, you know. But then again, I don't want to run into like that bike there is 13,000 euro now. I've to put into it. So like, you know, there's a lot. Like if that got taken off me, I'd be pretty much
Yeah, I don't know. But even the scooters, like.
Yes, the e-scooters, same thing. The mechanic, it's the same thing. Like, you know, don't want to cause any hassle. So if you see me, you can pull me over, but I'm not going to cause any hassle. And if you ever want a shot, no issues. See you later, lads. Thank you. So, lads, the police decided to pull in, and because they seen the bike, but I had to turn the camera off. I thought I had it recording, but I didn't. But yeah, the police pulled in while they were saying, "Who owns this bike?" So I told them it was electric. They were fine about it, you know. They said once I'm not kind of messing around the roads, wheeling up and down, you know, I should be fine. Yeah, so guys, that's the overview of the bike. As I was saying, the 72 volt for me just isn't worth kind of upgrading, but the 60 volt 65 amp battery is the best option for me. It's definitely, even the connections compared to my other one is so much better. Yeah, you know, so there we go, guys. Let me know what you think. In terms of upgrading, as I said, if you have the money, go do it. If you don't, it's not worth it in my opinion. You know, stock bikes can be just as fun. You know, like my friend has a stock bike and he keeps up with me on all the trails, you know, and I have all this power and stuff like that, you know. So, you know, these aren't dirt bikes, you know. These, you know, I put all this money into it, and I have a dirt bike, a Honda CRF 250, and it wouldn't compare to it, you know. Suspension, everything's just kind of there, you know. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. As I was saying, Dublin Electric Bike Shop, he will get you any part you want, you know. He'll give you advice on what is best, you know, best for you. So yeah, that's everything, guys. Thank you.